ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Washington Redskins, first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Come on, QB, come on.
On 1st down, here's Love. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Down the numbers. There he goes. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
How about that, partner? A little razzle-dazzle. Fake field goal that turns into a pass and a touchdown. Fooled everyone, including us.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Trubisky's throw into the hands of Burton. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Chicago. Trey Burton, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The point after is good, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38. Some quarterbacks just seem to have a knack for setting up the draw play, and he did it really well there.
And those guys who can do that well often are very good at play action, too. And the beneficiaries, they're running backs and they're wide receivers.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Was trying to get it to Darius Geis out of the backfield. That'll bring up second down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Watch the shift, watch the shift. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Third down, here's Haskins. And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was looking for Paul Richardson there.
I can't believe they even let you play.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Here we go, defense all day.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The screen pass here to Cohen. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Trubisky to throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This one from 46 yards out. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. First down, a run with Cohen. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
At the 30-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Well, there to make the tackle, Khalil Mack. On 2nd and 9, Haskins off to Geis on the screen. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Only a yard there, sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
Check 22, check, 22, check, safety's creeping.
3rd down, here's Geis. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Geis showing he's going to be an important part of this Redskin backfield as he's in there again for first down. Now a handoff looking right. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. 2nd down, Haskins. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
And now offensively, it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Check. SOS. Shot. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
On 3rd down, Haskins. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 40. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
On first down, it's Love. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. And he finds the tight end, Reed. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And his throw intercepted by the All-Pro corner, Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's not... away and incomplete.
Bears 10.
The Bears on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, it's Trubisky. This is caught by Robinson. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Trubisky will throw. This one into the hands of Burton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
First down, Bears.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Check 56. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
On first down, Trubisky gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football, and the Redskins scoop it. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over, but that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Now a toss. This is Geis. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the 27, Haskins. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A good pickup there, a 22. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Geis, they'll try to run it. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd down now, it's Love. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Haskins to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This is fielded a couple yards deep, and he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, man, because you expect.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Troy Apke, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And that is incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that touchdown, Washington! Darius Geis. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Check it back.
They'll run with Geis. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only a yard on the completion. It's second and goal. Here's second and goal operating from the 8-yard line. Now Haskins to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke.
Intercepted. The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory form.
And his throw intercepted by the all-pro corner Kyle Fuller. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So a victory here for the Washington Redskins, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour, and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for the Redskins, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian. Blame it on Gino. Smells like the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. Fettuccine with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by themselves.
That's why I treat myself. I give them too much that I don't need. I give them just
yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. I could get get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way. Cause my bro's on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
What is wrong? I make a joke. Everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another sale. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
That's 20 goons in a ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Lost my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story f***ed if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up their octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition ain't. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like your belly show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like your belly show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. Like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad. But I'm past that, but an ass back, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Ay. Ooh, why you do that like that? It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Call us dangerous. Ain't too many can play with us. See what this game here taking us. No barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much. Actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard from your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curve, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like blah. Yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems.
Frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound to surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like yeah.
Okay, Coach. Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the New York Jets. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Green 18. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Slam. Over. Green 18.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
88.
27-yard line.
Green 18.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Herndon's got it complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
26. 6'6". Pull it high. Here I come. Check. Fresno. Hey, Delta.
Now Rodgers. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers. Open man, it's Allen. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Rodgers. A screen to Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
We're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. This is taken at the 3. a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Vikings 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Now back to throw. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. He'll let this go for the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. He can run for it, and he will. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to 1st.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Check, check. Walk 54. Walk 54. Let's go. Let's go.
Out of the gun now on third down. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. On fourth down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Jets will take over first and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have two remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. First out, here's the run with Martin. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. On second down, it's Martin. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 47. Throwing is Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 6-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. From the 31. Rodgers, they'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Check. Lucky. Check 3. Come. No. Watch the edge.
They'll run it. Here's Martin. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. Rodgers now on first down. That's complete. It's Bell. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes this a 9-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
12 yards there. First down, Vikings. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The setup and throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Ja'Kai Polite in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. They run. Cook. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Six plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. Give to Cook out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Well, they're going to try this. They need 5 full yards to hit the end zone here on 4th and goal, but they're going for it. Running for it. Here's Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
Their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Rodgers. Gets this into the hands of Samaje Perine. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Danielle Hunter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Caught here by Bell. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And a fantastic return all the way down to the 20.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one complete to Smith. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A nice pickup on first down, 7 yards. On the ground, it's Cook. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal. Well, we know it's a tough mission for this defense to hold them to a field goal after that long kick return, but they're one play away from doing it.
They certainly are. Very close to accomplishing what they needed to get done because they've treated this like a sudden change. You know, when the offense turns the ball over on a fumble or an interception, before you go out, you get together as a defense and go, sudden change, keep your poise, be ready to go. That's exactly what this group has done.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible to something a little more advantageous.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off near his own 48, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Looking to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 3rd down, Martin. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it.
Hey, box drop.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And Allen's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
You better bring. Hey, 88.
Mike's 4-2. I'm coming.
Go.
Rodgers throwing again. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Keenan Allen, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And that is caught for the 2 points. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it's a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Ja'Kai Polite, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Hey, check Mike 57. Get ready.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Rip right. Watch tight end.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
26.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Danielle Hunter getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 3rd and long. Rodgers. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Undercross. Hey, switch gears.
They run it again with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down and 10 yards to go.
Watch the screen.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is caught by Allen. He's got a Jets touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He'll look to throw. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Mike Williams, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. A diving catch for the score he laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box, touchdown.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. They are on to the fourth quarter now, by the way, in Santa Clara. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their second on the young season. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start. But now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball. Getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Check 42's the mic. Check 42's the mic. Pick me up. Here we go.
They go play action here on first down. They'll roll them out right. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. He's back to throw. Throw left side, complete to Moss. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Moss. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third? Back to throw. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. So now here are the Vikings faced with a big 2-point conversion attempt. They'll look to throw. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are, looking at 2-0 right now. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll kick it away for the second time. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for Minnesota, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, that's that like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian. Blame it on Gino. Smells like the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. At a genie with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by themselves.
That's why you treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way, cause my bro's on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
With this round here, I make a joke everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my hell. Lost a lot, but I